Friends, Hari Prasad is back with another lecture on soft skills. The topic is changing face of leadership. Leadership is process of social influence. Leadership is process of social influence. If you influence people socially, then you are a leader, in which one person enlists support of others in the accomplishment of a common task. Whatever common task is there, that common task can be taken for the common good by enlisting support from people. That is the leadership. Aristocratic thinkers have postulated that leadership depends on one's blue blood or genes. Leadership depends on the blue blood. Blue blood means person born in aristocratic family is called blue blood. So leadership depends on the genes. Who postulated? Postulated means put forward. Who postulated this theory? Aristocratic thinkers. Okay? Which is not right. Any person can become leader. Leadership is an influence relationship among leaders and followers who tend to real changes that reflect their mutual purposes. Leadership is an influence relationship among leaders and followers who intend real changes that reflect their mutual purposes. A leader is a person who influences a group of people towards a specific result. A leader influences people for a specific result. Let us see types of leaders already seen in earlier lectures. Again, a reference. Dictatorial leaders. Osama bin Laden is a dictatorial leader. Autocratic leaders. These autocratic leaders are what they do. They keep all decision-making powers with them. All decision-making powers are centralized in them, in the autocratic leaders. The autocratic leaders, what they do, they don't entertain any suggestions from subordinates. He himself takes the decisions. Third type is participative leader. The participative leader is also called democratic leader. Here, participative leader takes the suggestions from the group and then finally he decides. He is a democratic or participative leader. For example, there is the MLA of Kaikalur in Krishna district. Kaikalur MLA, Doolam Nageshwar Rao. He is a democratic leader. He takes suggestions from people and passes the decision. He mingles with people, takes a decisions, he takes their suggestions. Fourth type is laissez-faire leader. He is also called laissez-faire leader. Is also called free rein leader. Laissez-faire means let do. Free rein leader doesn't lead but leaves group entirely to itself. Laissez-faire leader, what he says, let the people do something. Let them have their own democracy. So he won't involve. Laissez-faire leader won't involve. So only people will do. In a company, if the manager, the head of the institution He is a laissez-faire leader. He allows the people to work independently. He doesn't involve. He encourages them. That's all. Laissez-faire leader is well praised in the society. Laissez-faire leader allows maximum freedom to subordinates. People are given free hand in deciding their own policies and methods. Laissez-faire leader will never indulge. Leadership crisis in developing economies. Africa today is plagued with leadership difficulties in government, business, churches and civil society. Africa today is plagued with leadership crisis in government, in churches, all places. Africa is a developing economy. Unstable leadership creates uncertainty. In a country, if there is unstable leadership, it creates chaos. Okay? Leadership and foreign aid. Charismatic leader like Nelson Mandela and dictator like Musharraf somehow managed to get foreign aid. Dictator leader Musharraf, Pakistan President Musharraf, dictatorial leader. Then Nelson Mandela is a charismatic leader. These two leaders somehow got foreign aid, foreign funds to their countries. Mismanagement of these funds are also seen. Mismanagement is seen in the spending of that money. This mismanagement leads to bankruptcy. That is why those countries had gone to bankruptcy. Most developing countries, including Pakistan, Nepal, republics of Africa and Latin America, have been receiving foreign aid for many years with little evidence of advancement. See, countries like Pakistan, Nepal, Africa, Latin America, these countries have been receiving foreign aid, foreign funds. But where is the development? Any development is there? No development, but foreign funds are spent. Women leadership and developed nations. Positive effects. Women leadership increases the capacity of women of all ages to effect social change. Women leaders, what they do? Women leadership increases capacity of women of all ages to effect social change. First social change required. That is what the women leaders do. Each woman has deep love and passionate commitment. Women, that is why mother is very important at home. Mother. Even the governments deposit money in the names of mothers. The social welfare schemes and all. Okay? Mother is very important. See, each woman has deep love and passionation. Their passionate commitment. They have the passionate commitment. The phrase glass ceiling describes the apparent barriers that prevent women from reaching the highest leadership positions. See here, glass ceiling means invisible barrier. Glass ceiling is there for women. That glass ceiling is preventing them reaching the higher top positions. Some of the most powerful business women, let us list. 1. Shobana Bhatia. She is Vice Chairperson and Editorial Director, the Hindustan Times newspaper. 2. Neelam Dhawan. She is MD, Microsoft India. 3. Ekta Kapoor, Creative Director, Balaji Telefilms. 4. Vedika Bhandarkar, MD, JP Morgan, India. 5. Vinita Bali, CEO, Britannia Industries. 6. Renu S. Karnad, Executive Director, HDFC. 7. Chanda Kochhad, MD, ICICI. Of course, she is not there now. Women have been queens of nations, tribal chiefs, and empresses throughout history. Women, queens of nations, tribal chiefs, and empresses throughout history. We have seen some women. Example we take Indira Gandhi. She is astute politician, shrewd politician. Indira Gandhi achieved success in her time. The younger generation may not know Indira Gandhi. She was the toughest woman leader. She was one time Prime Minister of India. It is standing testimony for women's courage and strength. By Indira Gandhi testimony, you can know how courageous women leaders were. Hers is standing testimony for women's courage and strength. Miss Harlem served as Prime Minister of Norway. Miss Harlem. Harlem is a strong proponent of women's rights. Harlem, the then Prime Minister of Norway, she was the strong proponent, strong supporter of women's rights. Harlem also served as Director General of World Health Organization. Mary Robinson served as UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. Mary Robinson. She served as UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. 3 things to achieve success in business. 1. Best business attitude means a refusal to quit when things get tough. When things go tough, when things get tough, take a stand. I should achieve this. That determination should be there. That is the best business attitude. 2. Most valuable skill, networking. Most valuable skill. 3. Strongest personality trait, having thick skin in business. Before closing the lecture, I will give you 3 rules for success. 1. Trust your brain. 2. Trust yourself. 3. Trust Hari Prasad. You can become winner in life. Thank you. Carpe diem.